This episode of Not Another Gaming Podcast is brought to you by Thrive Fantasy. Thrive Fantasy is a daily fantasy sports and esports app that eliminates the countless hours of research usually involved with fantasy sports and focuses only on the top tier athletes that have the biggest impact on the game, like myself. All you have to do is choose 5 out of the 10 available player props, or 10 out of 20 if you're playing an NFL game, to build your lineup. Each prop is assigned a fantasy value for both the over and the under based on how likely it is to hit the most props, rack up the most amount of points, and win your share of the prize pool. It's just that simple. Thrive has awarded over $1.5 million. We're at. And I'm going to go ahead and say we've had this sponsorship going for a little bit. I'm going to say 25 million at this point in cash prizes to date. So to start racking up the dough, use promo code WGG when you sign up today, and you will receive an instant $25 match on your first deposit of $25 or more. So get started using promo code WGG in the Thrive Fantasy app on the App Store, Google Play Store, or by visiting their website at thrivefantasy.com. Once again, that promo code is WGG. Wicked W. G. Good G. Gaming. So go download the app and hashtag prop up with us today. Without further ado, strap yourselves in for episode 203 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. What is up, gamers? Okay? What is up? Doc Bob, we're here. We're live, episode 203. Not Another Gaming Podcast. It's Thursday. Your boys are back. We're counting down the weeks until we're around a nice round table in Chris's fucking basement, and we got fucking mics that we're pulling down and pulling over, and we're clicking buttons, and things are happening with those buttons. We're counting down the weeks, but we're not there yet. We're gonna get there. Don't you worry. We're here now, though, and you're here with us. By the way, fuck Pete, fuck Kenny. I'm here with my two beautiful guests, Dom, Chris. How you guys doing?
I'm doing good, man. Another day in paradise. It's been a long week, but every time I'm with you guys, it's a breath of fresh air. I mean, it's you guys just wake me up, get me ready to take on the pod. And this is gonna be a fucking good one. Today's been a really good day with news and kind of controversy going on in the gaming world. So yeah, can't wait. But it's your boy Chris B, the tallest and the lankest.
I am also doing well. This is the not the first stream, but the first podcast episode from the new setup. So feeling pretty good about that. Just feeling really good all around. A couple beers, couple video games, couple friends, couple internets. Maybe a couple gifted subs. Who knows? I mean, who knows? I don't know. I don't know what the future holds. But I'll tell you this: 203 episodes, still going strong. I'm feeling great. I'm feeling lovely. But yeah, that's me.
Well, we got a jam-packed one. As Chris was saying, there's a lot of shit going on. There's a bunch of bullshit going on today in the gaming realm. We're going to be discussing some moron on Twitter, talking about how streamers should be paying licensing fees to developers to play their games.
Oh, yeah.
Let me get ahead of this one. You're a fucking idiot. Bugha is partnered up with Five Below to get some gear out to people who potentially can't afford other more expensive peripherals for gaming. And we're also going to be discussing Tom Holland as the new Nathan Drake. Is this it? Is this finally it for gaming movies? Are we hitting that curve? Are we just breaking the fucking bend here?
Maybe.
They'll have to find out. I mean, they'll have to find out.
You're just going to have to find out. But before we get into that, why don't we do a little what weekend recap?
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
So, I didn't do shit this weekend. I played video games. That's all I do. I stream, I play video games. I have a game that I'm reviewing. It's under embargo. I just finished it. It is chef's kiss. I can't wait to write this review. I cannot talk about it, however, until Tuesday, I think. But yeah, you'll hear about it then. Outside of that, finally dipping the toes back into Counter-Strike. So it's going to be a long, arduous road. I'm going to be upset frequently, but I miss that game and I love it so much and I want it back. And then outside of that, Teamfight Tactics, I'm going to go pro again, so it doesn't
You
matter.
going pro, baby?
I took
Bang.
the fucking red shirt off and I put the jersey on. Okay. Took the red shirt off, put the jersey on. I'm back. I'm back on the fucking field. What about you guys? What'd you do this weekend? Have you played anything?
So we had the Black Ops Cold War beta this weekend.
True, I forgot about that. True.
Yeah, it was really fucking fun. So this is how you know. I feel like I've said this on the podcast a million times, but if I'm streaming a game, I fucking hate streaming, first of all.
Right.
So if I'm streaming a game, that's because I really like it. On Friday, I streamed the Black Ops Cold War beta for like almost 9, I think it was like 8 hours or like 8 and change. And that's like the longest I've ever streamed anything in my life. And I have to take the next like 6 months off with streaming anything. It was a long road, but the game was really fun. I tweeted it out too that it was a really good feeling to kind of be in a full lobby with a bunch of your buddies, a couple of the buddies guys.
Couple of your buddies.
Yeah, the couple of the buddies. Everyone was having a couple beverages as they were playing, laughing, just having a good time. And it just brought me back to the old days of playing like COD 4 with my buddies after school. It was really, really fun. I enjoyed the game for the most part. I think sniping was the funnest thing in there. But granted, yes, it's a beta. It's not completely polished yet.
Yeah.
But it was really fun. I enjoyed it.
It was the most downloaded and most played Call of Duty beta so far. Granted, I think there's only been 3.
Yeah, I mean, still, that's still good though, because I don't know. The big thing with me is you have to listen to what the pros say about it. I forget what podcast it was, but some pro went on there.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Irrelevant. Not another gaming podcast.
Erroneous.
Not another gaming podcast.
Erroneous. Yeah, that's why I didn't say. No free ads. I know exactly what the podcast is. But pretty much the dude was just like, yeah, it feels really good. The movement's good. The gunplay is good. The only thing that has to be nerfed a little bit more is the slide canceling. But yeah, really good time playing that. I actually stepped out of the house for a little while this weekend. I went to a brewery with a couple friends. Yes, I did. It was a really good time. Sat around the table, and we were just very respectful and definitely running up a fat bar tab. So they were just like, we were supposed to leave in an hour and 40 minutes, and they like 4 hours later, they was like, "No, you guys are good. You guys have just been chilling. You guys keep ordering." So I'm like, "Hell yeah, the motherfucking vibes, get hell yeah, the vibe." But yeah, that was my weekend. Looking forward to this weekend. Might have a couple beverages with Dom. Might have a couple beverages with Bob. You never know where the road's gonna take us. Actually, Bob's away this weekend, so just Dom this weekend. But maybe some other time, Bob, we can drink together.
Yeah, I'll be in New Hampshire all weekend.
Okay, yeah, that's what I
So
said.
you're telling me there's a chance.
I will be in
New Mexico.
Utah all weekend.
Yeah, Utah and New Hampshire is so similar from what I've heard.
And they're right next to each other too.
They're easy to mix up.
Exactly, dude. Like everything on the Northeast, man, they're all the same.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my weekend. Looking forward to this one. Dom, how was your weekend? My young chiseled friend on opposite day.
You know me. So had a great weekend. Had a great week overall. For those of you, who don't know, last week, as I announced, I purchased a gaming PC finally. The PC is now set up and it is here. I'm broadcasting to you live from it. Just feels real good to be a lifelong PC gamer for about a week. Just doing great. Having an awesome time.
Been here the whole time.
Been here the whole time. What are you talking about? Been here the whole time. Yeah, similar to like Burt Reynolds in a SNL Jeopardy skit. I've just been like off screen the whole time. But always been been a lifelong, been a whole
Sorry to cut
PC
you off,
gamer my whole life for about a week.
1 second. Maddie wrote, we can tell, Dom, your mouth and sounds coming out are actually synced up for once.
Okay, timeout Maddie for 2 months. Thank you.
For 2 months.
Look, once I figure this whole timeout thing, you guys.
Ooh, it's over. It's over, baby. So yeah, the weekend was good. I just feel, I feel lighter, like being a part of the PC community. And I wasted no time getting right on it. Maddie's now timed out for 1,200 seconds. See you later. I'm just kidding. Untime out him. So I wasted no time and downloaded the Baldur's Gate 3 early access version demo. It's not a demo; it's the full game, but it's not full. It's just the first act. Act 1 of 3 is available now on early access on Steam, and I finished it. I put like 30 hours into that game in the last week and completely buried the early access demo. I actually just finished it. I woke up at like 7 a.m. today. I actually don't remember the last time I played a game where I was like, I want to wake up early before work or like before school for that matter and finish this game. But I woke up at 7. My first meeting wasn't until like 8:30, 8:45. I was like, I know I'm on the last encounter of this game. I want to finish it. There's still like side quests I'm sure that I haven't found or whatever. But yeah, I got to the end of the early access portion of the game, which is really sad because there might be a couple months before there's more content. But loving it so far. I put up the review of the early access portion on wickedgoodgaming.com, so you can go check out what I thought of that. But all in all, yeah, I don't think I've been that drilled down and like focused on a game in a very long time. So for me to like just burn 30-ish hours in a game over the course of a week and actually like carve out time to do that and like wake up early to do that like I'm like a kid on Christmas morning is really
that is a good quick question. What is the last game you decided to just say, fuck it, I'm getting up early because I want to play through this? Also, yeah, Huffbite, thank you for the resub, 3 months. I don't hate you today, Bob. Much appreciated.
Love that.
I don't hate me today either.
Real time.
Wow, that's progress, man.
That's character growth.
We're growing.
That's
We're
character growth.
growing. All right,
All
so what's again before Baldur's Gate, what was the last game you were like, I want to wake up early to play this?
I legitimately can't remember, to be honest. I know it was like before school. I can't remember in my adult life waking up before going to work at whatever 8 o'clock and playing something. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Granted, I can't remember what I had for breakfast today. But I don't remember anything before like middle school, maybe waking up and playing like Black Hawk Down before school.
Middle school.
I mean, it's been a decline since then, so I legitimately don't remember. I'm gonna have to marinate in that one for a little bit.
Mine was Bloodborne.
Ooh, okay.
I was waking up at like 9. Like if I had if it was a weekends or if I had a day off or something, I would wake up at like 9 o'clock in the morning and just be like, I'm gonna go get a coffee. I'm gonna go get a bacon, egg, and cheese, and I'm gonna eat it and then play Bloodborne until I get through like a quarter of the game.
What do you get your bacon, egg, and cheese on? Question for the table. What's it on?
Everything bagel.
Plain bagel.
Plain bagel?
Yeah.
All right. So
if I get an everything bagel, I just want cream cheese. Like I don't want.
Oh, I feel you. That's a lot of flavors.
I like everything bagels. Don't get me wrong. They're great. And it's like my bagel of choice, but it's like fucking shrapnel when you bite into the thing. You have like seeds flying everywhere and it's a mess. I just can't do it. But pro tip, when it gets all on like your little paper, like the seeds and shit, lick your finger a little bit, dab it up and like scrape it off into your cream cheese. So it's like everything bagel cream cheese. You're welcome.
Love that intuition.
Yeah, sure.
For me, it was probably, I mean, the most recent one I can think of was probably Jedi Fallen Order.
That was a good one.
Yeah,
I beat that game in like 3 days. So that's
me and you both like blew through that in about like less than a week. Like I probably put about 60 hours in that game in like a week and a half, like on some inexplicable shit. That was probably the last one where it was like, I am gonna wake up early and get some progress in on this game, and I am going to like sneak off like while I'm sleeping and like sleepwalk over to the Xbox and fire that up so I can finish it because I was that hooked on it. So yeah, I would say Jedi Fallen Order, probably the most recent aside from Baldur's Gate, and Jedi Fallen Order is the one I feel most comfortable with answering.
Dom was so funny last night. We were in Discord. So first of all, I explained it to him. I was like, look how nice this is. You're hanging out in Discord. You're streaming. There's people popping in and out. There's always someone to hang out with. And he was like the old guy that just found out about like a meme on the internet. He was like, hey, and you guys want to play Fall Guys? And then they got all excited.
I don't talk like fucking Little Nicky. Like, what the fuck?
Hey,
get in the flask, Adrian.
Get in the flask. Get in the flask, Adrian.
I watched
Play
Dom
Fall
in
Guys
first
with
place.
me, Adrian.
First round, Dom was in first place. Got hella cocky. He was like, "Oh my god, easy win," and he got his shit absolutely kicked in.
Absolutely swept.
Yeah, it was like boom, boom, boom.
Okay. Well,
That's
if you're
me.
in chat, let us know what the last game was that you woke up super early to play. And when I finally put this on YouTube, because that's the thing that I'm doing right now, I'm going back to some of the missed episodes of the podcast for the VODs, and I'm re-uploading them to YouTube. Some of them are gone. We'll never see them again, but I'm getting the ones that aren't gone back up on YouTube. So if you're watching this on YouTube, youtube.com/Wicked Gaming, leave a comment below and tell us what's the last game you woke up for.
Like, comment, and subscribe, gamers.
What's the last thing that made you get out of bed, gamers?
Hit that notification button. Turn notifications.
Hit that bell.
Click the switch on.
What's up, pranksters? Today, we're going to be waking up at 6 a.m. to play games before work.
In the hood. Let's do it.
It's always in the hood. It's always in the hood.
Oh, man. We're going to be waking up early in the hood. Let's do it.
All right, you guys want to talk about this fucking idiot on Twitter
Yes.
saying streamers need to be paying licensing fees to stream video games? I'm not going to use this guy's name. The guy got ratio. It's that simple. Got absolutely ratio. And this is what happens when you go after fucking gamers. You're never going to win. Look at the guy who apparently fucks 6 times a day and has sex with every woman on the planet who says gamers don't get laid. He got ratioed to hell. Now he's irrelevant.
Hold on, we have an echo right now. My bad.
I fixed it. All right. Sorry, I was fucking around with the setting.
Does anyone have the tweet up in front of them so they can just read it out?
Yeah, I have it right there. So as part of I think it was like a 3-part tweet, but 2 of them, the ones that really pulled the substance, if you will. He says, streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay. Hold on, let me start over, please. I can't fucking read. Streamers worried about getting their content pulled because they use music they didn't pay for should be worried by the fact that they're streaming games they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The real truth is streamers should be paying the developers and publishers of the games that they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content that they use. And tweet. That man got, so we can get into like the actual like how we feel about it, but the guy got ratioed so hard that Google put out a statement. They're like, this guy is getting buried out here. Like, somebody throw the goddamn towel, and they had to put out a statement. But
he got fucking.
Again.
Yeah, I mean, like, this is one of those things where you just want to like shield your children and be like, come on, son. Like, this man's about to get ratioed to fucking Jupiter. Let's turn the other way. Turn the other way. Like. So, I would just like to point out that I know that the internet has given this guy a tough time. And, he's been getting, some might say he deserves it. Some might say that.
It kind of seems like he should have been bullied growing up.
I'm just saying, I know he's been getting a tough time. I know he's been having a tough go of it. But I just want to point out on an unrelated note that is not related to this. I just want to say something different, that he also was the creative director on Spore, and Spore also sucked. So, and was riddled with fucking DRM issues. So it's like, let's hear the guy who, let's hear it from Google, who, is not paying anybody for the fucking ads and analytics and shit or the ads that they're selling based on the analytics that they're just reaping for free from their fucking users every single day. Let's not say things that we can't fucking, that we can't back up, or like, let's not be the pot calling the kettle black here, because at the end of the day, like, I do understand what he is saying. But you have to understand that like Stadia, there's a reason why like Stadia and pretty much every other like service is at the point where they are like, hey, and we're designing this with content creators in mind. We're designing this with streamers in mind. We're designing this with, we're designing it in mind for people to be like, I don't know. We're designing this for people to consume content any way that they feel or see fit. You can't possibly come out and say something like this that is going to, you're a top 2, maybe top 3 technology company, and you are saying something that is directly going to jeopardize the way your company does business, because every major content creator came out of the woodwork and was just like, what the fuck are you talking about? Yeah. This guy's basically saying that every streamer needs to be like a fucking 99 restaurants or an Uno's and pay the UFC a premium to stream a fight for people to come see. So I need to go to EA and I gotta pay them. I have to buy an extra license, or I need to pay monthly for a license to stream their game. I mean, look at Among Us, which was a game that came out, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, longer, and had next to no sales, and then all of a sudden, I don't know who the first person that would start streaming it, and how many sales has that game made since?
Oh, it's a top 5 bestseller on Steam still.
Top 5 on Steam, and it probably was never top 5 on Steam before that, until streamers...
Congratulations. Congratulations. The streamers changed those devs' lives.
Yes, exactly.
And would that have happened without streamers? Would the streamers have gone out on a limb and said, Among Us, I haven't touched this game in a while. Let me just renew my $12 a month subscription to the devs, and I could just start streaming it again. Do you think that would run through their minds if that was the case? Absolutely fucking not, because there's other bigger games that they could be playing. But when you take in the indie shit, when you take in the smaller, like the single dev teams, the small number dev teams, they want to get their games into big streamers' hands because they want a fucking larger audience to see it. All you do there is kill the audience and you kill the consumers when you want to put a fucking subscription around it. By the way, look at what fucking happened to Quibi today. Post is up at wickedgoodgaming.com, written by yours truly. Quibi's dead, okay?
Oh, dead.
Dead. Quibi is dead. We called it when it was being launched. They wanted to do a short form media, like longer than TikTok, shorter than YouTube, but they wanted to charge a $5 a month subscription fee. It's not going to work. It's never going to work. In a generation where everything is free to consume on the internet, nobody's going to go out of their way to pay for it.
Yeah.
You're a fucking idiot. I don't know what you do at Google. I don't fucking care. Your opinions are stupid.
He doesn't even work. He barely works there. He was part of an acquisition from someone from a company from Montreal that got.
He doesn't even go here.
No. All right. So Don, what you were saying about Among Us, right? So as of last week, the game has peaked at almost 440,000 players concurrently. Right. Not obviously at all times, but that's its peak. In January of this year, I think it peaked at 200 players, 200, not 1,000, 200. Yeah. So with that being said, first of all, what this guy put out there into the world today is dangerous for the whole industry. Just because I'm on the internet a decent amount, and I could be naive for saying this, but I've never heard, or I haven't heard many developers and publishers trying to push this whole thing where they feel like they're not making the money that they deserve and all this stuff. So this guy had his sword up on his shoulder, running through, acted like he was being a hero, and got ratioed into fucking oblivion. But then, like you were saying too, there's games that literally design and market as we are focused on content creators and pros and all this good stuff. Yeah. Apex Legends marketed strictly through streamers. Yeah. They gave it to streamers without any heads up to the public at all about the game, gave it to streamers and said, okay, go ahead and play it. This is our promotion. And of course, they've kind of got into it more as the game got more traction, but they use streamers specifically to promote their game. I think what he put out into the world today is dangerous for the whole industry. I don't think it will be a thing. But then on the contrary, what happens when someone tries it out? And then another person tries it out. These companies,
fucking flattened. That's what happened.
Exactly. Yeah. It won't work. But I'm saying people are gonna. What's stopping a company from saying this? All right, he kind of has a good point. Let's try it out.
No, I think what the most dangerous part of this is executives and CEOs seeing this shit.
I'm surprised this didn't come from Bobby Kotick himself, the CEO of fucking Activision. I'm shocked. I'm shocked that didn't come directly from him, where he was like, man, actually, if somebody wants to stream a new Call of Duty, they're going to have to pay us $25 a month or something like that. I am fucking
That's the most
flabbergasted.
dangerous part.
It's coming from him next. Watch, tinfoil hats. Let me just, emergency tinfoil. Emergency
Fuck,
tinfoil.
I don't like putting these tinfoil hats on.
Emergency tinfoil.
I don't like putting the emergency ones on.
The emergency tinfoil. Yeah, these ones have like it's not just a little Hershey Kiss. It's like a little devil horn on it.
Chris,
yeah,
what's that? Chris, what's that tube of tinfoil you haven't even? No, it's just the emergency tinfoil. It's fine.
That's the emergency tinfoil. Yeah. Emergency tinfoil hat. Bobby Kotick is gonna like say something in a fucking like investors meeting or something like that, being like, "Man, that guy really had a point. Maybe we should look into that." And it's gonna make like headline news. Tinfoil hats off. Emergency tinfoil hats off.
Yep.
Put them back in your like lead lock boxes.
That is the most I think that's the most dangerous thing that could happen when executives think for just out of nowhere think like, oh, this is a developer. They clearly know what they're talking about. This is something that we should try to implement in our next game.
Yeah, he's a creative
That's
director.
the danger.
What could go so wrong?
Well, they see the
That's
dollar
the danger
signs.
in it.
They see the dollars. They think that there will be dollar signs.
And this is exactly what I was talking about today in the Quibi article. This is what happens when you let executives try to breach their way into a form of media that they don't understand. They don't consume it themselves, but they see that so many people consume it, so they try to put dollar signs around it, but it never works. It literally never works. It's not going to work.
It's like Guild Esports, that new esports org that popped up out of nowhere with David Beckham. They paid the guy like $20 million to just be the face of the brand, and I think he has to go to like 2 photo shoots, do a commercial, and like tweet about the brand 3 times a year or something like that for $20 million. That's not going to last either. It's people just trying to like bombard into the industry somehow.
I can't wait for Miller Lite to pay us to do that. Just do photo shoots and, do a couple commercials.
We have the perfect bodies for it.
That's right. True. I don't know, bro. I've been fucking cranking at look at that. Are you seeing? Oh my god.
This is how you know I'm jacked. I can pull my hoodie down to my biceps.
We just throw
it.
Move
on, please.
You've said it before, and I've said it again. Chris will flex, and it'll end up being like the cartoon character, like underneath.
No, I'm actually kind of solid for someone that doesn't work out. Granted, I'm skinny fat, but like,
oh my god,
I'm not weak, motherfucker. You know
who else is trying to just breach their way into the fucking video game realm?
Oh.
Every fucking mainstream media company that doesn't know anything about video games. Stay the fuck in your own lane. Get lost. Nobody cares.
Beat it.
You know, non-gaming companies own right now. They're responsible for about 63% of all esports like investments and acquisitions.
Yeah,
that's great. Stop fucking writing blogs about it because you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
you can invest. Stop talking about it, though.
That's fine.
That website was like, Atari's coming out with a new console, PS5, better be worried. Or like the competitor of the PS5, the Atari, yada, yada. I'm like, dude, do you know what the Xbox Series X is? Like, have you heard of that?
That was probably the dumbest thing I saw today outside of that fucking tweet. The Atari thing. That was something we could have talked about tonight, too. I don't think we need to because it makes me really upset.
Nah, they're morons. Fuck them. They don't even deserve it.
I too.
All right. Do we want to talk about Bugha and his Five Below partnership?
Yes.
Yeah, Bugha.
Bugha. So Bugha. That's he pronounced it as Bugha, didn't he?
Bugha.
I always read it as Bugha, but he says like, "Hey guys, it's Bugha," and like I don't know if that's supposed to be like booger, like when you pick your nose, or if it's going to be something else, but. So I wrote a blog at wickedgoodgaming.com just, like an hour or so before the show. Bugha, a former Fortnite World Cup champion and a former esports athlete of the year. I think that was last year's Game Awards esports athlete of the year. 17 years old, Pennsylvania kid. Not exactly from a big town, but he's doing real big things where he actually just partnered with a pretty reputable retailer to release his own line of like professionally licensed gaming gear. And so when you hear me say this, you're probably like, oh, it's probably, Razer, it's probably fucking Logitech, who could it possibly be? Because everybody and their mother... this point, if you're like a top whatever streamer, you probably have some sort of deal. I think like Pokimane has her own like cat headphones.
Pokimane?
Pokimane. Is that how not how you fucking pronounce
it? I don't know. Her name just sounds so weird coming out of your mouth for some reason. I don't know why.
Dude, I can't talk about Pokimane. You can't talk about Pokimane? That's like what my uncle says when he's like, you still like those Pokimanes? You still got those Pokimane cards? So Pokimane has her headphones. I think Shroud is sponsored by Logitech. Ninja's got his Adidas shoes, but Bugha, my man Bugha, he struck a deal with Five Below. So for those of you who are not familiar, Five Below is a discount store, and everything in the store is either $1, $5, or $10. So when you think to yourself, but Dom, isn't like a professional gaming mouse like $80+ Yes, that is correct. However,
no, they start at about 50.
yeah, but I mean, they're not 10 is the point.
Welcome to the world of PC gaming, Dom.
Listen, I've been to Micro Center once.
Let me inform you real quick.
Goes to Micro Center once.
I've been to Micro Center once. I've been to Micro Center once, and I had to leave because I was too overwhelmed. So basically, he partnered up with Five Below in order to release a line of gaming accessories for kids who wanted to really get into gaming and get themselves like a semi-serious setup of like things that match and things that are like semi-professional in nature without breaking the bank. So inside of each accessory is a trading card, and it has like a couple like words of wisdom from him. One of them was like, you don't have to be from a big city to do big things, like I'm living proof. And I just thought this was awesome. I don't think that there's been a whole lot of other streamers or esports personalities who have demonstrated this type of poise, this type of professionalism, and this type of vision to help out kids who might be in a situation that he was in just a couple years ago before he entered the pro scene. And for me, I mean, this is just like a really heartwarming thing. And I want to see what you guys thought about it as well, because I mean, I don't know this kid from a hole in the wall, but he's automatically one of my favorite people after I saw this.
Yeah, I mean, for his age, it's incredible. Granted, yes, he made his bag from it, but it's more than just that. Like, to me at least, where there's people that make it really big and they put out hoodies, right? Just for the sake of the story. And it's a normal, like, Gildan, whatever they're called, hoodie that you can buy for fucking $3, and they're selling them for like $80. Right. Okay, granted, like you worked for that audience, like you could charge what you want, and that's kind of like the norm. People build that diehard audience for them, and as shitty as it sounds, whatever you charge, people are gonna pay for.
Right.
So to see him go a different route at his age, that's the thing. It's like, I would expect this if it was like an older streamer that's like looking back and like, look how far I've made it. But he's still like in his climb. He's done a lot of crazy things already at his age, but he already like is giving back to where he was at some point.
Yeah.
But from the whole perspective of buying peripherals and like all stuff, peripherals is probably the best word right now for the stuff he's selling. It's not cheap by any means.
It's definitely peripherals, yeah.
Yeah, peripherals. So it's not cheap. And it's the same reason why when people grow up, like, look into my life for a second. Here you go, a little snapshot. I was very good at baseball growing up, but I couldn't afford to play on the good teams like AAU and stuff like that, where a lot of kids were getting like good exposure and stuff like that. So in an industry where a lot of people can make a name for themselves just by having the game and just bare bones equipment to do it, being able to go in and buy a fucking keyboard for $10 just to get going, a mouse and keyboard for $20, that is unheard of, and you could at least start from there. It's something where like we're in a time now where streaming is becoming a career. When we were growing up, it was never really a thing. There were some people that were doing it, and we literally had no understanding of it. So now what's stopping from a kid saving his Christmas money at 12 years old, gets $100 for Christmas, is like, okay, I have the money to buy a headset, a mouse, and a keyboard now. I have this computer that can run this game on all low settings. Let's give this fucking thing a shot. There's nothing really holding back, and it doesn't hurt the parents anymore. Like, not everyone's so fortunate. Some parents want to buy the best for their kids on Christmas, but they literally can't afford it, or whatever holidays you celebrate. But now it's like, okay, I can give the kid this nice looking mouse with the RGB light, just like the favorite streamer he's watching who has a fucking $300 keyboard and mouse setup, whatever. But I think it's really cool.
Yeah.
And I think it's going to open up a lot of possibilities for kids that are coming from not as fortunate kind of upbringings that actually believe in this industry that is growing day by day. So props to him, man. It's a really cool thing. We need to see more stuff like this. So, yeah, props.
I mean, obviously it's a good thing. However, my always like direct takeaway is the entry level for PC gaming is still so far out of so many people's reach that like I think it's great what he's doing, but I also think that people like with giant platforms that already have connections in the industry to like pre-made PC build companies, like that's a topic that they should be broaching with them. How do we make this shit more accessible to everybody?
Yeah.
Like if
Yeah.
you want to get, I think the peripherals is great. That's one thing. But the fact that the entry level to to even be able to use those peripherals, it's still so far out of people's reaches. So
But it helps.
I know, obviously, that's what I'm saying. It helps, but there's still that weird barrier too. So it's like it falls into the category of the people that benefit from this are the people who already have like a computer that's capable of doing some of these things or are willing to invest like a small amount of money into a computer but not willing to invest into peripherals. So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's a weird like middle ground for me that doesn't make too much sense. I like the fact that he wants to give back and I like the fact that he's literally going out of his way to do this, but I still want to see like larger corporations working with these giant streamers who already have these connections to be like, guess what? And look, if any fucking company wants to do this with us, we'll fucking work with you on it.
Oh,
But like
yeah.
if NZXT fucking came to us and was like, look, we heard what you guys were talking about the
Thanks, Juju.
yeah. If we heard what you guys were talking about in the podcast, like we would like to be able to broach that to people who just don't have access to this stuff.
Right.
Like, okay, cool. Let's cross promote. We'll get $300 PC builds off of like $600 quote unquote PC builds.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Right.
What you would normally be paying $600 for, let's cut it in half and make it readily available for other people who just can't breach that
Right.
gap right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I mean, you have a point because like you can use the peripherals pretty much everywhere, right? But say the game that this person wants to play, they don't have a computer that can actually run it. So there's still that gap on actually being able to run the game you want to use those peripherals on. So as technology picks up and games get more intricate, it's gonna become a lot harder. So yeah, like you said, I would love to see these big time companies do things like that because entry level into PC gaming and kind of gaming as a whole, it's still a pretty
expensive.
big it's still a pretty big
Dude, a
investment.
new Xbox controller is fucking $80.
Yeah.
It's $80 for an Xbox
Yeah,
controller.
that's true.
That's
like-
absurd.
It's $80. You know what I mean? Like I remember when the fucking most expensive thing that you could possibly buy was a Turtle Beach headset, and people were going, "I want to go buy the most expensive Turtle Beach that I can find because I'm going to be a fucking pro at Call of Duty." Thank you, Rockin, for the subscription. But like, like I worked at GameStop for 5 years. I worked at Apple for 5 years, and
Hey, thank you, Red Squanto.
you know,
Oh.
I've seen.
I think it just started the hype train too.
Thanks, Leanne. You know, like I've seen parents fucking break down and cry in front of me when I worked at GameStop. And you know, I'm 18, working at GameStop in 2008, and I'm like seeing this lady cry because she can't afford this like the legit controller that her kid wants, and she's gonna have to get like this third party one that's like $10 or something like that, pre-owned with like mustard stains in it or something. Or like, you know, can't figure out or can't find a certain console or game or whatever. The biggest thing for me is that this kid is 17 years old. There is no fucking reason. There is no motivation for this kid to go, you know what? Yeah, let's make a set of discount peripherals. I'm gonna make less royalties on this. I'm gonna make less money per thing sold. It's probably gonna be a smaller contract. It's a smaller company. You know, who knows? Like people might make fun of this. Like yada yada. There is no exaggeration here where this is a fucking monumental thing, you know, for him to do. And just like you were saying, Chris, like he's gonna get the bag from this, whatever. But if I'm sure he got approached by Logitech, I'm sure he got approached by HyperX, he might have been approached by whoever. The fact of the matter is that he probably could have gone with any other peripheral you know, manufacturer in the world. You know, the kid's affording it. Kid's a stud. young kid, Fortnite World Cup champion, esports gamer of the year. Who wouldn't want to have him on their fucking Wheaties box? And he goes to Five Below, and he partners with Five Below because he goes, you know what? Like, just a couple years ago, this is exactly the situation that I was in, and I didn't have a pot to piss in or a fucking window to throw it out of. And you know what? I'm going to partner with a company who is going to offer these things at a discount where kids who look up to me, you might have like a 13, 14-year-old kid who's like just going into high school and really wants to like get their pro scene on and is like, damn, like I could, I only have a couple bucks put together. I got like a part-time job or whatever, but like I can spare $70 and get myself a rig that actually feels legit. Ninja's sneakers, I like Ninja a lot. I like him a lot. Ninja sneakers are $120 for youth sizes.
Yeah.
For kids sizes. So Bob, if your oldest nephew wanted a pair of Ninja sneakers, he's gonna go, Uncle Bob, can you wake up at 7 a.m. and go get a Nike bot or an Adidas
I don't know,
bot?
bro. He's got some fucking big ass feet for a kid that's 13.
He's gonna be a big boy.
So okay,
I mean, I don't
adult
even think
sizes
so.
are
He's
150.
Like, he's kind of just short. He's kind of like short, but he's got fucking long ass feet for some reason.
No.
I mean, hey, so then adult sizes are $150. So he's gonna go, Uncle Bert, can you go to the Adidas website at 7 a.m. On December 31st when the new Ninja sneakers drop and get me one of these? And you're gonna have to compete against people with bots that are built to buy sneakers, and then you're gonna have to
The problem is, I say, Thomas, look, no, I'm not gonna do that for you. Okay.
Not only will I not do that for you,
you need to grow the fuck up. And
get a job.
No,
I don't care if you're 6. Get a job.
What I actually have to do, and I keep forgetting, I gotta buy him a pair of Vans because he wants to learn how to skateboard. I'm trying to teach him how to skateboard.
I mean, you actually gonna be able to teach him?
Well, I tried, and my knee was aching for 2 days, and so I might have to do it in like every other week or something like that.
Okay, nephew. This is how you like kick the board up and catch it with your hand. Ready? Just stomp on the end and grab it. Perfect. All right, so here's a different way to look at this whole Bugha thing, and this is strictly for the conversation.
Bugha.
Do you think he just understands his demographic very well, where he realizes that if he made a bigger deal where it's more on the selling stuff side, that his demographic might not be able to buy it? Does he know that he has a younger demographic, which is why he went with this deal?
I would say so. I mean,
it's analytics. It's determining what your demo is, and if you cater to your demo, you're going to be better off.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I meant.
All I know is,
I mean, look at him. Juxtapose him next to FaZe Jarvis.
do we have to?
No, yeah, I think we do. Because FaZe Jarvis is like
know.
probably 6 months older than him. He's 18.
Wait, but Jarvis writes banger raps, so.
So look at what he's famous for, and then look at what Bugha is famous for right now. Look at what like he's notable for and what he's been doing. Releasing a video crying, saying, I don't want to hack in Fortnite anymore. And then fucking, Bugha, who's like, hey, if there's kids who look up to me, I want them to be able to afford doing what I do. Imagine, like, being a kid on Christmas morning and, like, maybe, Bob, to your point, like, a PC itself is a huge investment. Maybe last birthday, it's like, listen, this is your birthday and your Christmas present all in one. $300, $400 or something like that. We get you a nice PC so you can play everything on low to medium settings, whatever you want to play. You have a decent, like a halfway decent, if like outdated PC that you can actually run on. And then fucking, you asked for a mouse, just one, just to get like a piece of something legit, and then bang, $70. You have a whole suite. You got a mouse, you got a mouse pad, you got a keyboard, you got speakers, you have a headset, you got like a little boom mic there. I mean,
well, it's the same as like what we talked about with PC pods as a whole. Buy for what you need at that time.
Yeah,
you could always upgrade over time. It falls into the same thing.
$10.
Yeah,
you just go 10. Yeah, all right. Well, that's $10. That's beautiful. That's fucking.
I use a $30 keyboard. I like it better than one that I bought for like $100 and whatever, $20. I still use a $30 keyboard because I like it better and it does exactly what I need it to.
And he actually did kind of a sick flex because in the end of the video, he's doing his like crazy, like, I don't know what buttons you hit to build shit in Fortnite, but he's like going around and around on the keyboard. Crazy. He's going a mile a minute, so clearly.
Fortnite fingers, baby. Great. Maybe that's why I'm single. I don't play Fortnite, so I don't have Fortnite fingers.
Oh,
true.
My fucking God.
That could be it.
Well, I was just going to say, look, if anybody knows of pre-build companies that are looking to try to do this, fucking send them our way. We'll figure it out. We'll work together with somebody, and we'll get that entry level down for people who want to break into PC gaming.
Can I say
I
one
know-
lyric for you before you move on?
Dude,
Gucci?
if it's from fucking FaZe Jarvis, I don't want to hear it.
No, it's
We're
not.
timing
I
you
think
out.
it's from it might be like Jack Hollow, I'm pretty sure. No, it's Tupac. Gucci slides on my feet. I still clap kids, no cheats. All right, move
Yep.
on.
Okay.
Can we time out Chris?
Yeah, can we time out Chris? I'm lost now. Why'd you?
FaZe Bugha, come on the podcast. FaZe
Yeah,
Bugha.
whenever you want.
Facebook.
Yeah, FaZe. No, it's not FaZe. What fucking team is he on?
Sentinels?
Yeah.
Sentinels?
Well,
yeah, come
my
on the show.
favorite team
We'll
now.
fucking figure something out with you two.
Would we be able to swear if he was on the podcast?
Who the fuck cares?
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
it's
we
our
have no
show.
choice. Rated
our
M
show.
for mature.
Our show. We want to talk about Tom Holland being the new Nathan Drake, and is this the final turning point? Is this finally the turning point for video game movies? I'm going to go ahead and say I am so lukewarm about it. The needle didn't move in any direction for me, and no, I don't think this changes anything for video game movies.
I would like to also concur with that because in the same in the same week that we got the Uncharted first look at the set, we also got the Mila Jovovich Monster Hunter trailer.
Yep.
And yeah, no, I think we're just running in place.
Look, I'm gonna say I'm gonna watch the Monster Hunter movie.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want to watch it, but I will watch it because I like Monster Hunter.
Yeah.
Tom Holland is a fucking man rocket. Say it out what he is. He looked phenomenal in that picture that came out today.
Oh
But
yeah, I
agree with
was
both of you on it.
sweating
Like
bullets.
he's 15.
Oh, he looked.
No, he's
real
he's
handsome
grown
man.
up now. This is like the first. This is like, I don't know. This is like one of those boy band like all grown up pictures. Like you get the. It's like where are they now? And it's like he just got lost in a desert. You know what I mean? I don't think he can grow facial hair, but Tom Holland. I mean, he's
sexy.
low key. I mean, he is. He is. He's a
He's
man
sexy.
rocket,
It-
just like you said. He's a
It
man
moved.
rocket.
I've never had it move when reading a Wicked Good Gaming blog, but it fucking
I'm
moved today. Said hello.
Because I've had a lot of
My bird, my
sexual
bird
blogs.
just went. I was like, oh shit, you know. No, but I don't think it's a turning point. I think it's. I don't think it can be a thing until like every detail is the same. I know that there's supposed to be creativity when it comes to like the director and stuff like that, but video games are critiqued under a microscope, especially when it goes into the movie world. And there's always going to be people ripping it apart because something's different from the video game that
Right.
they love.
Yeah,
But
his
there's always
shirt
going to
is
be people.
beige instead of eggshell white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing. You can't expect everything to be exactly the same. It's just never going to be that way because there's too many hands in the pot. We've talked about this a bajillion times. This is why I never want them to make like a Mass Effect movie because it's going to be terrible because it's going to end up looking like...
You and I would still both watch it.
We would both know. We'd be there day one, skipping with our arms locked, like skipping into the theater.
Then we'd be upset walking out.
And then we would go. No, we would be walking out. We'd go. That wasn't so bad. I don't know. And then like a couple beers later at the bar afterwards, we'd be like, that was fucking awful. But I want to say that like for Sony specifically, since they own Spider-Man, B, they like basically own Tom Holland, and C, they own Uncharted, that they're gonna put money into this. I mean, fans have been screaming since Uncharted 1 came out that they wanted Nathan Fillion for the role. And Sony just went...
That's where they fucked up. They
Yeah.
should have had Nathan Fillion.
And, I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, if they wanted, like, a younger actor, sure. I mean, listen, if they can Photoshop or CG a mustache onto Henry Cavill, they can CG some fucking scruff on Tom Holland's face.
You can just get me.
Look, all of us know that Henry Cavill could just fucking flex and a mustache would pop out.
That's true.
If he really wanted to.
That's true. I didn't think the mustache was that bad. Or the lack of
I don't know.
mustache.
I feel like if any of these directors just need like a buff, handsome man, I mean, I'm available. The work's been kind of slow for me.
Time him out.
I could always fill in.
Stop. Tom, what were you saying?
I think that like we've had a couple of pretty good video game movies in the last couple of years. We've had a way more bad ones than good ones. But all in all, I mean, I wouldn't say we're turning a corner. I really do hope that Uncharted is good. I will go see that opening weekend if we're allowed to go to movie theaters ever again. I do want to see it, but I just feel like we're not there quite yet. Like, it was cool seeing Nolan North on set with Tom Holland, and you know, he shared a couple cast photos and like the set photos that really looked awesome. I've played all the Uncharted games except for the fourth one, which, you know, I'll get that when they eventually port it to PC. But I just think, you know, there's just too many hands in the pot. You know, like if they made a God of War movie and Cory Balrog wasn't or Barlog wasn't at the helm for the whole movie, if he wasn't the executive producer for the whole movie, just get it the fuck out of here. Throw the whole thing in the trash. Because they're gonna
I'd still watch it.
I mean, yeah, of course. They're gonna recruit like Kevin Hart as Kratos, and they're like, it's gonna put asses in seats. He's the biggest comedian out there right now. And then, oh no, it would be The Rock as Kratos. It would definitely be The Rock.
Ooh, Dwayne.
Wait, cast Kratos. Gun to your head right now, Bob. Cast Kratos. Go.
Dave Bautista.
Oh,
Very good. Very good.
It would be The Rock. It would be The Rock, though.
He fits into so many good, like, overly macho roles. Like him being in any Gears of War movie, him being in God of War. Like,
What about the mountain?
he's too big. He's way too big. He would have to be like a mountain troll or something like that.
Yeah, well, he could be like he could be like, I don't know, whatever one of the more muscly gods is. But yeah, I think they're still working on that Gears of War movie, and I don't think they didn't officially cast anybody yet.
Which
for
means
Marcus
the movie's never going to be made.
That's right. I mean, the fact that they haven't pulled the trigger on Dave Bautista, and the fact that he came out and was like, Hollywood doesn't want me as that role, and then the Coalition team put him in Gears 5, like just as himself. It's like, come on.
Dude, he fucking deserves it. Not only is he fucking like an incredible figure, like physical figure, he's a pretty good fucking actor too.
He is. Yeah. He's really good. He's really good. He's got the chops. I mean, granted, the first two like WWE exclusive straight to DVD movies he did probably weren't great, but the fact that he has now been in, I don't know what, 4 or 5 Marvel movies that have grossed $40 bajillion. And to be honest, he was an awesome presence, like comedically and physically. I mean, I feel like Gears has just enough of that action, but also has that like sarcastic kind of like, you know, wisecracking nature to it. Like even Marcus Phoenix has a couple of like wisecracks where they're actually just him being mean to people, where they come off as really funny. But like I could see him screaming at like Bradley Cooper or Chris Pratt as Baird and being like, Baird, grow a pair, and like, you know, he's like
definitely Bradley Cooper. Chris Pratt needs to be okay. It could be either Bradley Cooper or Chris Pratt. I don't know. I want them both in the movie though.
Do we
get Charlie Hunnam in there somehow?
Charlie Hunnam could be Dizzy. No,
need him grizzled, a little grizzled.
Yeah, we need somebody who's like a more. We would need him like, I feel like Jeff Bridges would be like Dizzy, like an older guy who can like can do like a Western accent.
Kurt Russell.
Yep, there you
go.
Kurt Russell is Dizzy. Did we already do it? We haven't done this in the show before, have we? Have we cast a Gears movie?
We've done it like 4 times.
All episodes are blending together at this point. You know, 203 weeks. I will say for every single one, never missed a podcast. Bob, I can't say the same for him. He skips them all the time. But I would say for all 203 of them. I think
yeah, and this is all you need, Hollywood. If you can look back at all 200 episodes of our podcast, we have casted the Gears movie the whole time.
At least twice. At least twice.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna do this again in like 3 weeks, and we're gonna be like, did we do this already? Have we done this?
Yeah.
Have we talked about this? We're passionate about it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I don't know. Like, I'll see the Uncharted. I've never played an Uncharted game, and that's like that's like a franchise that I want to play at some point. But like, I have so many fucking games that I need to play, and it's just not on my radar right now.
Yeah.
But I would definitely see a movie, and I'll watch. I think Tom Holland is also a great fucking actor. So I'll see it with him in it. But I definitely think there are just way better. There's just better opportunities for someone who matches that character.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That I don't think he necessarily does. But I don't know him on a personal fucking level. Maybe he's fucking Maybe he grew up around fucking Uncharted. Who knows?
Right. Yeah. Somebody was like, put a meme of like Tom Holland and Robert Downey Jr. in Avengers. Like he's like asking him a question, and it's like, Mr. Stark, what is this old game Uncharted? What is this about? But yeah, I mean, even Rockin said in the chat, the Assassin's Creed movie should have kicked off a huge franchise, and I also like the Warcraft movie. Yeah, we're this is a pro Warcraft movie podcast.
I enjoyed it.
We've said it. We actually just said it last week. This is the pro Warcraft movie podcast. I also liked the Assassin's Creed movie. I've said that on the show too, with Michael Fassbender. I thought it was great. The stunts were fucking unbelievable, and I just thought it was great. And I would actually watch an entire sequel to the Warcraft movie where they just focus on the orcs alone. I thought the humans were great, but the orcs are really what stood out. And yeah, it's a shame that Chris Metzen left Blizzard shortly after that movie, because I feel like he was the only one keeping that type of shit on the table, and now he's gone. But what can you do?
What you can only hope these movies can at least hold a candle to some of the games, but with the track record that they have, I'm always wary about them. It's like making a sequel to a movie that you really liked. You just don't want them to ruin it.
True.
Yeah. Yep. All I'm going to say is we peaked at Super Mario Brothers in 1993 with Bob Hoskins and John Leguizamo, and we'll never get anywhere near that ever again.
That's true.
Tom, do we have any voicemails this week?
Wow. Do we ever? Hold on one second. Let me pull this up here, because we certainly do.
Pick up that phone and talk to us.
This song makes me die every time. I just turn the volume up just to listen to it.
It's so good. All right. Give me just a second here. All right. Here we go. The WGG Internet Dad Sauce line. You know the name. You know the number. 617-701-7678. That is 617-701-7678. Leave a voicemail and we will respond to you live on the show. First caller, what do we got? Hold on just a second and go.
Hey, WGG fam, it's Coleman here. Hope you guys are all doing well. Halloween is quickly coming upon us. Hope everyone has a safe one this year with COVID. Got a question for you guys. I know you're all avid Bethesda Game Studios supporters. You constantly talk about how great they are to you guys at PAX and stuff like that. Just scrolling on Forbes this morning, I saw a article between Phil Spencer and Kotaku that was talking about the exclusivity of Bethesda games being brought solely to Microsoft platforms only, being PC and Xbox. It was a roundabout way. They didn't really directly come out and say it, but the language and the connotation seemed like they were saying that current Bethesda games like Elder Scrolls and Fallout would be Microsoft exclusives. What are you guys' thoughts on that? And do you think that that is true or just a Kotaku article kind of taking things out of context? Hope you guys have a great week. Look forward to listening next week. See you guys.
Cole, thank you, man. Thank you for the voicemail.
Always so pleasant.
Always
Literally,
got everything. Just makes me
always
feel like, makes me feel fuzzy. I mean, Kotaku take things out of context and make wild speculations based on what?
Wrong company, man.
What? That's not my bag, baby.
Well, didn't it actually happen though?
Oh, wait, hold on. Is this politically charged agenda pushing written by Kotaku? Huh? Is that not in your bag, Kotaku?
One book, Wild Speculations and Me, This the Type of Thing Is My Bag, Baby, by Kotaku editorial staff. This sort of... So, I mean, this isn't... I don't think this kind of files under, like, the wild speculation column, because this is something that Phil Spencer said. I mean, I think that it's in his right to say that. I think he's the boss over at Xbox, and for him to make people sweat a little bit, he's got a new console coming out in just a couple weeks. Why wouldn't you say that? Why would you say, you can get this shit on PS5 too? Why the fuck would you say that? Because the Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5 are probably going to come out for the next generation of consoles. So if I had a console coming out, I would give you a vague as vague of an answer as possible, or I would outright say we will consider it, because I think he said it was like on a case by case basis. So
Do you know what that means though? Case by case basis means Fallout is not going to be exclusive to Xbox.
right.
Elder Scrolls is not going to be exclusive to Xbox.
Well, they will at least be on PC. They will definitely be on PC.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
They will also be on PlayStation.
Probably
That's
like
what I'm
their two
saying.
big ones, like the two like Elder Scrolls and Fallout. I do not think will be
Exactly.
exclusive to Xbox and PC.
But then everything in between, Wolfenstein, that'll probably be Microsoft exclusive. Prey, if another Prey game comes out, that'll probably be Microsoft exclusive. The Evil Within, that'll probably be Microsoft exclusive. But when it comes to Fallout and Elder Scrolls, there is no fucking
No
when
way.
Elder Scrolls Skyrim has been on every fucking platform ever created, and you can play it on a smart fridge,
Yeah.
you're gonna tell me it's not coming to PlayStation 5?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I don't
There's
buy it.
no
I don't
way.
buy it. I don't
There's
buy
no
it.
way that they're not.
Well, Xbox did acquire ZeniMax Media, the parent company of Bethesda.
Yes.
So I mean, right now, I feel like we say this all the time too. With the consoles that are coming out, it's all about the exclusives that they have. Do I think it's completely out of the possibility? No. Do I think it would be stupid? Yes.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I I think that the at the end of the day, it's gonna be like Bob was saying. Fallout and Elder Scrolls are gonna be on all platforms all the time, forever. And then for everything else, which is still a great library, I think even having Doom as an Xbox exclusive is a huge haymaker. That's gonna be something. So, yeah, that's what I get there. All right, next, VM.
Ciao, Padre Fondatori and WGG Familia. It's your boy JB Genesis coming at you with another weekly voicemail. I hope everyone's having a wonderful week so far. Shout out to everyone in the live chat. You could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us. So that brings me to my question. If you could vacation anywhere in the world, where would you guys go? For me, I would definitely take a trip to Bernalda, Italy. It's where my noni grew up. So I would love to visit her town with her. That'd be awesome. Much love as always, guys. Peace.
So right now, I can tell you exactly where I want a vacation. It won't really be my dream vacation, but I want to go up into like the sticks of Maine in a fucking cabin in the middle of nowhere with my phone, a charger, a computer, beer, and grilled meats. And I just don't want to move for a whole weekend.
Exactly what I'm doing this weekend.
See, I'm not a big like hot weather guy. Like I don't care about going to like the Caribbean or anything like that. Like that's not really my cup of tea. Great, the all-inclusive fucking resorts and stuff. Sounds great, but that's not really what I'm into. I guess I would go to like Italy or some shit, try some nice food, just enjoy the atmosphere. But yeah, I mean, in this point in time, I just want to go into the sticks where there's no one and just lay and eat and booze and get high, maybe just chill.
I am
My back just cramped up. Hold on.
Yeah, you're in great shape, Chris. I'm like on both. I'm on like complete opposite ends of the spectrum for this because half of me wants to just, those like pictures that you see all the time on fucking Instagram and shit of like, you could get a trip, you could win a trip to Bali and you could live on this little cot in the middle of the ocean for 2 weeks. Like I want one of those, but away from a resort. I want like a legitimate one of those.
Just
Not
for me.
Yeah, for me, not in a resort. I want one that's like 3 miles down the beach, off of the beach, not a part of the resort. Just someone like, hey, take the keys to my island home for a couple of days. I want that, but then the other half of me wants to go to Japan so fucking badly. I just want to go experience like the fucking city of Japan,
The home of anime.
The home of anime.
I didn't say that. You
How
said
you do, fellow weebs?
okay.
It's me, Bob.
I don't even watch anime.
That's true. For me, I mean, we've been talking about this for Oh God! I mean, basically since March. So the wife and I have been talking about this since basically March. Actually, basically since like the day we got back from our honeymoon. We did Croatia and Greece last year, and those were both fucking unbelievable. I actually can't wait to get back to Croatia. Jess just said it in the chat as well. Croatia was unbelievable. I would strongly recommend that people go. I feel like that's kind of like outside the box for what most people immediately think about when they go on like a European vacation. Croatia is fucking unbelievable. We did Dubrovnik, which is basically best known for being King's Landing in Game of Thrones. We also headed a bit north and went to a few beaches as well, which was unbelievable. Shout out to all the Croatian SIGs if we got Croatian listeners out there. I hope we do. But yeah, I want to get back out there and go to Split. But I think what I really want to do more than anything is just like if I could like flip a switch and go back, or not go back. If I could flip a switch and just be somewhere right now, take me to like the Maldives, get me on like a nice overwater bungalow, just straight up secluded.
That's what I'm saying. Either Maldives or Bali.
Maldives, you know what I mean? Just listen, if this commission check hits the way I think it's going to hit in January, I'm just saying, just prepare for me to go off the grid for a month. I want to be over the water in a bungalow. I want to be just remote, off
We
the
should all
fucking
go.
grid.
That'll be an electric podcast. Do it live.
I need exotic fruits and meats to be just served to me. Just, you know what I mean? I need to not wear shoes for 4 weeks. I need to be right on top of the water. I just need relaxation. I need to be wearing supple white linens, you know what I mean, that are like kind of see-through. And the wind is just like whenever you see like the sandals commercials, and there's always like one guy on like he's got like an unbuttoned button-down shirt, and it's just like kind of flapping in the wind. That's me. And on the Maldives, and I'm like on the railing of my overwater bungalow with the ocean breeze in my hair, and I'm staying there
feeding
for a
grapes
month.
to you.
But
Bob
exactly,
shirtless, just giving you purple grapes.
Yes, we're gonna be hosting. The next TwitchCon after party is gonna be in the Maldives. We're doing it. So no, yeah, I want to go to the Maldives really bad. I want to get the fuck out of my house. I want to leave. I want to go somewhere. I miss traveling, and yeah, that's a great question. And now I'm sad. So thanks, JB.
I would love to experience Oktoberfest in Germany.
Oh yeah, I want to go to that too. Ooh, whoa, wait a minute
so many
now.
I have so many friends that have gone and said it was one of the greatest experiences of their life.
Wait a minute.
I want to do that.
What if we can go next year?
Okay.
What is it? September? I think it's in September.
It's October.
No, it's not.
No, not out there. I don't think it's October.
I think it starts in September.
Yeah, true. And goes into.
What if we went next year?
Just kidding. Unless.
Just kidding. Unless episode 305 live from fucking.
That'll be so fucking
Munich.
funny.
We're gonna put those fucking overalls on with the little what are they called? The things that they wear in Beer Fest where they have like the
kilts.
No, Birkenstocks.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
It's the last weekend of September. Yeah.
Last weekend of September. See, there we go. Boom. Boo.
We'll see. We'll talk about it. So with that being said, go buy a fucking
clip this
shirt,
now.
people.
Yeah, just remember what we're saying now. Maybe we'll do that. Yeah, episode 300 or something. When is Gamescom? Because Gamescom's in Germany.
I have no idea.
No fucking clue.
I'll look it up.
Don't let me get in my zone.
August 25th.
That might be. We can stay out there for like 2 weeks. Catch the beginning of Oktoberfest, maybe.
It's the last weekend of September. That's not 2 weeks.
Shut up. So we'll stay out there
I'm not saying it for a month.
All right, we'll stay for a month. We'll stay for a month. I'm studying abroad. Anyway, next voicemail.
That's right, boys. It's your fellow and the faraway degenerate Tizzy here. What's up, Boss Man Dom, Boss Man Chris, and Boss Man Bob? Appreciate the opportunity. Now it's spooky season upon us here. And I was just a little hypothetical. If you had to be placed inside a Halloween movie, which movie would you like to be placed in which you think you could outsmart, survive, and defeat the monster/killer? Would love to know your thoughts. Keep doing what you're doing. Love you guys. Peace.
Great question.
All
Always
right.
the energy. Always the energy. I say it
100%.
every week. Love the energy.
That's right. That's why we brought him on board. Go check
Chucky.
out. Go check out Tiggy's first blogs on wickedgaming.com. Shout out Tiggy. For me, it's gonna be Hocus Pocus. I would have outsmarted Caliban in the first 15 minutes of the movie. I already knew from when I was a
Not
kid.
a horror movie. Not a horror movie. Tom, you just tell us outright you've never watched a horror movie before.
I've watched
Just
horror
say it.
movies before.
You just said Hocus Pocus.
Lies.
It's a horror movie to me. It was scary.
Yeah, a horror movie, man. You know Halloween Town? They have the
Chris, you're a
Benny
bigger
the
pussy
Captain.
than me when it comes to horror movies. Please.
Hey, we're not throwing people under the bus here. I'm admittedly a pussy. I'm very scared with stuff like that.
Oh my god.
I've admitted it. I've never
The
acted
kid-
like I watch horror movies. You, on the contrary, you act
you
like
on the
you're
other
this
hand.
big horror buff now.
I watch them all the time.
Yeah, which ones?
Cabin in the Woods. That's a horror movie.
Yeah, you
That
watch
came
them
out,
through yet?
That came out 6 years ago.
Yeah, that's the
Don't-
last one I saw. I've read the
Don't watch
synopses.
those horror
I've read the synopses of all the Saw movies on Wikipedia.
You know
right,
how
so
Dom watches horror movies?
Fucking baby.
Through his middle finger and his index finger. That's how he watches horror movies.
I don't even think he does that.
He doesn't watch them.
No, Tom.
So I mean, that was my answer to the question.
All right,
That's what
Hocus
that was.
Pocus.
That's Hocus Pocus. I would have. Okay, so okay, hold on. Well, fucking.
You're doing Tiggy a disservice right now.
I'm not
That's
doing
such a bad
Tiggy a
idea.
fucking disservice. All right, well,
You're
let's
gonna
get
say
another
Scary
what's another
Movie 2
horror
now?
movie. Yeah, Scary Movie 2. Yeah, I would have made it out. I would have made it out there. What was Scary Movie 3 with the aliens in the basement where they gotta swing away? Swing away.
God.
What was it? What's the movie from M. Night Shyamalan where the trees kill everybody?
The Happening.
Yeah, I would have survived that. I would have chopped the trees down.
All right. I would.
Is that not a horror movie?
I mean,
I just next. Go ahead, Chris.
more of a horror movie than Hocus Pocus. So I'm gonna go with
Okay, to each their own,
Chucky.
but-
I'll go Chucky Child's Play, and the reason is I'll just boot that little motherfucker to the moon. So if he runs at me, I'll literally kick him, and he'll fly across, and I'll have time to recuperate. And I'll just pick him up and snap his little head off. He's a doll, and then no one that is actually scary names their fucking scary child like the seed of Glenn. There's nothing scary about Glenn, so I'll kill you, Chucky, and then I'll kill Glenn, and then I'm gonna ride off into the sunset.
Maddie's like, the thing is a fucking doll. Kick that bitch to the moon.
Yeah, Glenn. Come on now, Bob. What do you got? Big horror guy. Lot laying on this.
I think I'd be pretty well suited to get out of any saw trap.
What?
Yeah, I think I'd be okay.
What if it was food related? It was you have to eat this pulled pork, and that's it.
Undercooked. Undercooked.
Yeah. Well, no, my stomach is so fucking it's ready for it at this point.
Yeah.
Bob
No,
would be puking and shitting so much. He'd be like, just get him out of here, please.
Just
I
give
just
me the
think-
shotgun.
Whenever I watch a fucking Saw movie, it's always the most ridiculous reaction. It's someone just wakes up. They wake up and then they see a tape recorder, and then there's a bunch of things fucking strapped to their body, and there's wires going from their body to anywhere in the room, and they just fucking tug at the wire, and the trap starts.
Yeah, right.
You don't have to do that. You don't have to fucking
Right,
do that.
especially in a world where people know that Jigsaw exists, right? In the larger Saw canon, they know, if you wake up in a room and you're chained to something, just don't just relax.
Don't move. Just
Relax.
chill for a second. Take in your fucking surroundings, see what's
Yeah.
going on.
It's like a
see
fire
what's
drill at this
attached to
point.
you. See what the fuck is attached to you. If there's a wire coming out from your fucking back, maybe don't yank your fucking back. I think I'd be okay. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not walking away unscathed, obviously,
Yeah, right.
because that's the point. But I'm not gonna be the fucking guy who just he's got a fucking hook through his hand. He rips his hand out of the
Yeah,
wall, and
it's
the
like,
trap
"Whoa!"
and a fucking
Yeah.
trap door pulls out. No.
Bob would wake
feel
up
like
with a bitch.
No, go ahead.
Good.
Yeah.
I feel like the people in the first Saw movie got off easy. I mean, it was they're just chained to a fucking bathroom floor, and then everybody else ever since was just I don't know. They should have just. I mean, if you're the doctor, just saw your leg off and be done with it and get out of there.
I would
You don't
simply
even
just
have to.
take the tile off the wall and walk away. Just
Don't.
jam something into the tile and leave. What I was gonna say is Bob's gonna like wake up. He's gonna have a bear trap around his like neck or some shit. If the timer goes off, Bob dies. Bob's just gonna pull out like a Nintendo Switch and sit there. There's gonna be like 10 seconds left on the clock. Bob's gonna save his game, place it back down, type in a right code somehow that he knew, just pull the thing off and walk away. It'll be electric.
It does. You don't even need the code because it's not going to start. It's not because I'm not going to get to the situation where the trap starts. That's the thing. I'm going to figure it out before it starts.
You're gonna end up living there just because you're not gonna move.
No. You get. The problem is the traps take place in a matter of fucking 6 minutes. You get all the time in the fucking world.
Yeah,
You're right. You're right.
You get a ton of time. Yeah, I just always feel like, I mean, I don't know.
I'd be fucked. I wouldn't be able to deal with that. Like I don't know how to do this. Like just fucking flip the switch, man. My brain would be.
I mean, I've seen a couple of the Saw movies. I think I've seen like the first 3 or 4. I know there's like 11 now.
Yeah, there's a lot. They all suck.
I thought the first 3 were pretty good. The
first three were good. Everything else sucks.
The second one had that sick like outro song from Mudvayne. Oh, unbelievable! Shout out to Mudvayne. Come on the podcast. But oh man, I'm gonna play that after I get out of here. But yeah, I mean, I feel like the ones that I saw in the first couple of movies weren't that hot. Except like I think Danny Glover walked downstairs and stepped on something, and then a shotgun just hit him in the face.
Yeah, you can't
and
control.
The second one, I mean, you can't. Yeah, I mean, you give me something a little cerebral here. Crazy. But yeah, so yeah. Needless to say, I would survive Hocus Pocus. So
okay,
I'm getting right out of there. All right, last voicemail.
Hey guys, it's me, C2D2 this week, calling in to ask a question about music. What is your favorite music to game to?
Mudvayne.
I really like kind of more techno-y EDM stuff, but I was wondering if there was anything you guys were particularly interested in when you're deep in a game. So take care, and I'll talk to you guys later.
We should all play our favorite song right now, live on stream.
Stop. We're gonna get DMCA'd. No, great question though.
Mine is lo-fi hip hop, no lyrics. It's just like upbeat, elevated music.
Yeah.
I just zone out and play.
I hard second that. Lo-fi is always a good thing to just have on in the background. Yeah, like Matty D just said, Japanese lo-fi, 100% of the time. If not, if I'm like warming up before I start playing Counter-Strike, I listen to a lot of like
Mudvayne.
Heavy, fast, not Mudvayne, like heavy, fast punk music.
System of a Down.
I listen to System of a Down, yeah. I listen to System of a Down all the time when I work out.
Are they the people that sang "When Angels Deserve"?
Stop, Chris, stop.
I know, it's only a snippet. Only a snippet.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Stop.
All right, delete the vlog. Fuck.
Now fucking CEOs are going to see this, and we're going to have to pay for video game licensing.
Oh,
good job.
God.
Hold on. I got this. Hold on. I just got to type to them. There you go. Boom. We're good. Boom. They won't touch it.
Yeah, I think for me, aside from Mudvayne notwithstanding, I have a pretty reliable playlist of like hip hop instrumentals that I really like. They could just vibe out to. I also really like Pretty Lights. I don't know if you've ever listened to Pretty Lights before. It's kind of like a hip hop, electronic, mostly instrumental artist. He's really great. Also one of my favorite artists to run to. Yeah, I would say Pretty Lights is a good one. If you've ever seen me like stream MTGA or Hearthstone or something, I usually have Pretty Lights on in the background because I can just kind of zone out to it. Yeah, I would say like hip hop instrumentals or like Pretty Lights. I like that stuff because then if I like start thinking about the lyrics, I'm gonna start singing them, and then next thing you know, I'm getting DMCA'd and
channel is toast.
And the channel is kaput. So, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, those are really good ones. Also, and like if it's pre-game, I mean, I'm just throwing on like Meek Mill Essentials, you know what I mean, and just blasting that at full volume.
Dreams and Nightmares.
Dreams and yeah, the Philadelphia off what was that? The Championships album. Oh my god, might get my blood pressure's on 345,000. But yeah, Pretty Lights is really great. But yeah, I mean, back when we didn't have to worry about getting DMCA'd, but now I'm just gonna listen to myself fucking drumming on my desk or something like that, I guess. And God forbid it's too familiar, it's too close to like Yankee Doodle or something like that. We're gonna get DMCA'd, so.
I saw a clip today of this girl streaming, and she was on a hike, and she was walking very close to this group who had music playing, and she had to turn around and like sprint away from them, so I didn't pick up any music.
Like the guy who had to sprint away from the mountain lion.
Wait, what was that?
Did you see the guy who was running in like this like California trail? He went for
Chris,
a jog.
You're on TikTok and fucking Twitter 23 hours out of the day. How have you not seen this?
I haven't seen a man
running away
from
a mountain lion, dude. He was like literally just randomly jogging on some trail, and I don't know about you guys, but like if there's even a fraction of a chance that there's gonna be a mountain lion anywhere near my running route, I'm not going anywhere the fuck near it.
Wait, hold on. Before we go any further into this, the fellas over at the Juice Box podcast, which is Tiggy's podcast.
Yep.
They were literally just talking about this the other day. And they were saying, what would you do in that situation? Realistically, because I called him out on Twitter and I said, look, you're going to send this as a question this week in a voicemail. And he said, don't worry, I only recycle my content 30% of the time. So I'm going to do it for him. If we were that guy walking down the mountain, getting chased by a mountain lion, what is the bare minimum equipment we would need to fight off that mountain lion?
Do you have a gun?
Yeah, the bare minimum. What is the bare
gun.
minimum you need to survive?
A crossbow.
A bare minimum. Probably a long knife of some sort.
Okay.
No.
I mean, no.
No, you don't get
jumps on me, toodles.
No, you don't just click down the right stick to fucking or you know.
But I'm gonna fall back. It's obviously gonna jump on me, and as soon as it goes to me, I'm already like right down here, just like in the movies. Whereas like you think the person's out, but they're like, I mean, fucking hero. What would you have, Dom?
I mean, being realistic. I mean, I don't know, like a fucking. I don't know. I don't know, because I feel like this guy was like trying to walk back slowly, and was just like, I mean, he was definitely losing his shit too, because every time it lunged forward, he was like, no, get out of here. Like, I would be freaking the fuck out. I would need an extra pair of drawers. I think you like need something. Give me a pair of cymbals, like drum cymbals, to like fucking go like clash against each other to like scare it off or something. Okay. But I feel like that thing's just gonna rip my fucking throat out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how to fucking deal with a mountain lion. So give me a pistol, and that's it.
Hey, goes Bob. I just need both of my hands. Hey, Bob.
See these? You see these right here?
Yeah, I see them.
This is all I fucking need. Okay. You want to know why? Because the second that thing jumps on me, I'm fucking just hands around the throat, full body on top of it, just fucking squeezing the life out of it. It'll be the biggest mistake that mountain lion ever makes. Okay, these two fucking paws. Right.
The scariest part is you believe this.
These two fucking paws is all I need.
We're gonna put a caption over the video that goes like, "This is what Bob actually believes is going to happen."
I'm telling you, right? I don't need anything. It's this. I get a fucking kung fu grip, and if it goes around that thing's neck, it's game over.
Bob, if the thing moves too fast and you're trying to juke to it, you're gonna bust your knee open.
Yeah, and then I play. Oh, I'm so hurt. Don't jump on top of me. I jump on top of it. And when it leaps, fucking grab it in the middle of the air. Easy.
What about teeth that are gonna be in your neck?
God, those teeth aren't going anywhere near my neck.
I mean, yeah, listen. Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I would have did to Caliban and Hocus Pocus. I would have just fucking...
Oh. Okay. All right. Yeah, shout out to the Juice Box podcast. Go check them out.
Yeah, get Tiggy on the podcast more often, too. I don't want to hear, video game talk without Tiggy on there, so put some respect on Tiggy's name. He's only on one of every 8 episodes. So, I was listening to it earlier this week, too. Get Tiggy on there. It's Tiggy time.
Tiggy season.
Let him fucking know. Let him know all I need is these fucking bare hands.
All right, land the train, Bob.
You guys got anything to show out, Chris? Anything?
No, but if you do want to shout out on the podcast, please leave us a 5-star review on iTunes. It really helps us within the rankings, and I will shout you out. I'll shout you out live on the show. It could be a question, a comment, a roast, anything you really want, as long as it doesn't get us TOS and it is 5 stars. I will read it live on the show. Please do that 5-star review on iTunes. Thank you.
Tom?
Shout out to Tiggy, newest blogger, wickedgoodgaming.com. Go check him out. He's got a couple of things on there already. A lot of written tent going out, a lot of TikToks going up, a lot of YouTube videos out there, a lot of fucking social mediaing. So, just go consume all the content. Also, go to wickedgoodgaming.com/shop and buy something, please, because I had to fucking replace my septic tank today, and the shit is not cheap. So please, for the love of God, I don't do this for my health. Also, one more thing. We are actually launching the Thrive Fantasy app on our Discord tonight or early tomorrow. This is the first Discord server it's going to be in. So Thrive Fantasy, as you know, the esports jersey, it is on the line. It's going to be the first one, I think, to hit 20 correct props on the Thrive Fantasy Discord bot. I'm going to be installing that after the show. So make sure that you guys check that out. I'm going to be shouting that out in the Discord, and it is the only way that you are going to get the only way that you're going to get one of these jerseys, aside from winning that League Worlds tournament, which is actually going to be going up shortly as well. But first comes first, and that is going to be the Discord bot, which is going to be installed momentarily. So be on the lookout for that. That is pretty much it. That's all I got.
I need to give a big Wicked Good Gaming suck it to that moron who said streamers should be paying licensing fees to stream games. You're a fucking idiot. That's it. The end of suck it.
And suck it.
And suck it, yeah. And we have some YouTube content. Give me one sec. Valco Game Studios commented on the Labyrinthine video that our very own Steve and Kung Fu Kenny worked very hard on. They said, really enjoyed your preview. I can see you guys put a lot of effort in, and we love hearing feedback. Rest assured, there are more puzzles, monsters, and a variety of different zones outside the maze on the roadmap. So, shout out to Valco Game Studios. Go check out Labyrinthine. Labyrinthine. That's how you pronounce it. And shout out to Steve and Kenny for working on that video. And then Clint, coming in hot, commenting, creepy, just burned down the maze, game over, everyone wins on the same video. Yep, that's a great way to it's a great way to win. And then commented, this is a Ouija board. It works like a Ouija board. Wow. Very analytical, guys. So shout out to you. And that's all I got. We got anything else before we fucking take this train? We take this train right back to the fucking airport?
No, sir.
No.
All right.
Before we land this train on the tarmac?
Yeah, on the tarmac.
No.
Get air traffic control fucking ready for us.
We're good.
All right. Well, thank you everybody for tuning in to episode 203 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We're your favorite internet dads, and that's it. Okay. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. We're your favorite internet dads. If you're listening to us, you agree. Okay. Also, fuck that guy who wants streamers to pay licensing fees. He's a fucking idiot. Anyway, thank you for tuning in. You can check out all the written content at wickedgaming.com. We're live here every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard for the live recording of the show. You could catch us, pretty much any time during the week at random, live at twitch.tv/wickedgaming. You could check out all of the video content at youtube.com/wickedgaming. Check us out on all social media platforms at Wicked Gaming, except for Twitter. It's at Wicked Games. And you could check out the pre-recorded show every Friday, first thing in the morning, on every major podcast platform, and that's every single one of them. I feel like I don't even have to go through the list. It's like there's all of them at this point. I don't have to go through the list, right, guys?
Nah, we're everywhere.
Yeah, we're everywhere, right? Great.
We're even in Ghana.
Yes, that one. We will catch you next week for episode 204 of Not Another Gaming Podcast. We'll see you then.
Mwah.